Hello, welcome to my presentation. I am Ciaran and I'm here to talk to you today about the Scramble for Africa, which is a topic in the British Empire in history. First of all, I want to show you the difference in Africa from 1800 to the late 1800s. You can see on the left, at the bottom side of Africa, Britain only holds in Cape Town, which is in South Africa. Dutch hold the kind of bottom edges of Africa, and then Portugal hold the rest of the coast, and then France don't hold too much other than Madagascar. And then you can see a drastic change when we look at the map on the right. France not only keeping Madagascar, but gain loads of this blue territory at the top. England completely changing how much territory they own, holding only the bottom of South Africa to basically holding the whole, all of South Africa and upwards in purple. And then Portugal holds the same territory, and the Dutch don't actually hold too much anymore. It gets taken over really by places like Spain and Italy. The first big important conference that we have is the Brussels Conference in 1876. Its main purpose and target was that of explorers and geographical societies. It concluded that Africans weren't really capable of developing their own natural resources. And they focused on routes to the Great Lakes as well for development, and wanted to establish an association to coordinate all of Europe's efforts in Africa. And kind of this is where the Scramble for Africa really kicked off. Key individuals, as you can see here, King Leopold of Belgium, who was the man in the top right corner. Very important in this, kind of coordinated everything he wanted, as well as men like H.M. Stanley, an explorer, holding important roles in all of due to the target of explorers. The impact increased European competition, which this is why the Scramble for Africa happens, because everyone wanted everything in Africa. But as well as that, there was leaders becoming suspicious of King Leopold's intentions. The next conference came in 1884 to 85, which was the Berlin Conference. This one agreed that there should be free trade in the Congo Basin and recognized British interests along the River Niger. The doctrine of effective occupation was laid down at the conference and intended to put a stop to Britain's practice of asserting a vague right to influence, which they did all over Africa, and it obliged the powers had to define their claims with tangible signs that that's what they wanted. You can see the man in the top right is Bismarck, extremely important in the outcomes of this conference. And the impact for Europe wasn't too bad, but for indigenous people, it was devastating and was very, very bad. The outcome, as you can see here, where things went, Portugal were able to get the mouth of the River Congo, which was extremely key. Germany, Togoland and Cameroons, but mainly they were able to establish the German East Africa Company, as well as pick up Southwest Africa. Britain didn't get too much, only getting Bechuanaland and Somaliland. After this was the Berlin Conference Treaty, which finally did agree that there would be free trade in the Congo Basin and confirmed the British economic interest in the Niger. As you can see, after this, they were able to get the Niger coast, which was the start of their plan from Cecil Rhodes, as well as getting Kenya along the way. And Germany really with the most pickups out of this conference, with Rwanda, Urundi, and Zanzibar, Wituland, and German East Africa. Here are some of the British conquests that happened. As you can see, they started at the Gold Coast in 1874 and stretched all the way to 1901, where they were able to get Nigeria. And that's kind of the timeline that we're working with for this event. Other European conquests, you have Germany here. As you can see, the top two lines basically coming from the conferences. But after that, they were able to get even more of East Africa. As you can see, they did get some in 1885, but they were able to confirm all of it in 1891. And they did share the Cameroons with Britain in 1892. Italy didn't play too much of an important role, but did get Eritrea in 1882 and Somaliland off of Britain in 1889. France, by far the biggest competitor in Europe for Britain. They started off with Anglo-French control in Egypt, but Britain wanted all control, so that fizzled out quickly. You can see here Madagascar was a protectorate in 1883, but by 1997 it became a colony for France. And then Belgium and Portugal picking up two little things, but still an important role, I think. I'd like to thank you for listening today. I hope this helps you understand this event, the Scramble for Africa. And yes, thank you for listening to me and my presentation.